A friend. When the ref has lost his eyes, hear 1,000 pirates cry. Every tackle, every score makes a shout for even more. Stormy seas or sunny skies, victory's our greatest prize. If we lose, we'll laugh instead, then drink another keg, it's said. To our family. Waste the colors, fill the mugs.
Wasted Water Sports crew, ahoy! How's everybody doing? Welcome along. Oh, what's going on there? A cheeky little fragmentation in the background. Anyways, welcome along. Nice to have you on board as always. Wasted Water Sports crew. Getting ready for a double header of games here tonight, starting off with the Knights versus the Roosters. And an opportunity for the Roosters to temporarily, at least, very temporarily, jump up into second place on the ladder with a victory here. Newcastle, still with a bye in hand, an opportunity for them to entrench themselves into the top four. a position that not many of us had them at the start of the season. So they're doing very well for themselves. The Knights, big test tonight for Newcastle. Of course, no Kalen Ponga, but I'm confident in the Knights this season that they've... remember when Newcastle would lose Kalen Ponga and then that was it? They basically had no chance of winning the game because their entire attack revolved around him. That's not how Newcastle are anymore. They've got other attacking threats all over the park. So, look, Kalen is still a huge out. He was in sensational form. State of Origin representative level player. Always big when you lose players like that. So it certainly can't be understated. I think we're in for a good game here. I've got the Roosters to win. I've got the Roosters to win in a relatively low-scoring affair, so keep an eye on that. If I had to lean towards something for this game, it would be unders. I don't do unders-overs typically because, I mean, there's so many different scenarios that could happen. A player could get sent off for 10 minutes or more. A key player that goes down injured. I don't really like overs, unders, but just out of mere curiosity, I thought I would share it with you. Both teams very strong defensively, so could be a low scorer. And with that in mind, I've only got 3 legs in my try scorer multi. Daniel Tupou loves a try against the Newcastle Knights. I've got the stat here. Daniel Tupou, I've chucked in my same game multi because, let's see, I found that stat earlier. Let's hope I've still got it opened up. Daniel Tupou, yeah, 13 tries in 17 games. 13 tries in 17 games for Toops against the Knights. So Daniel Tupou in my try scorer multi. Billy Smith, he's been in great form. 5 tries in the last 4 games. So let's see if he can keep that streak going tonight. And of course, Dylan Lucas. Didn't have the greatest of state of origins, but Dylan Lucas still in sensational club form, and he gets a lot of heavy involvements. So 9 tries in his last 9 games. A lot of attack goes through Dylan Lucas for the Knights, with or without Ponga. Dylan Lucas. And let's see. We missed out on a couple of multis. Just recently, a couple of multis. We've missed out by 1 leg. Let's try and lop a leg off and see how we go with the 3-legger. Clint 007, ahoy mate. You've got the Roosters, Marky Mark for 2, Young and Tupou. Clint 007, you checked out the channel members only stream last night. That was a good lot of fun. Oh, God, the amount of bollocks I was on about. But yes, cheers for checking that out, Clint. Very much appreciate it. We'll definitely do more channel members exclusive content in the not too distant future. That is a guarantee. But yeah, cheers for checking that out. The amount of times you went to reply and realized it's not live. Well, I'll tell you what, I sort of take that as a little bit of a compliment, in all honesty, Clint. I take that as a wee bit of a compliment that you were so engaged in what was happening. Like me just standing there talking utter bollocks for an hour and a half. You were so engaged with it, even though it was a replay, that you forgot it was a replay. Adam Sweets, ahoy, mate. How are you, buddy? Chris Bradley, ahoy. It was fun. Thanks for hanging out, Chris, last night. I kept looking over. When I do a normal stream, I don't check out the numbers, but I was checking out the numbers last night in that members only stream because I thought I don't know, might be a bit weird if I'm standing here talking to absolutely nobody. And it was just Chris and it was just one other person for an hour and a half of me just talking footy, talking just general life, bollocks, conspiracy theories. We jumped onto for a little bit. So channel members, do feel free to hop back on after the game and after the games tonight and check out the channel members only stream from last night. Teams are out on the field. As we talked about, no Kalen Ponga tonight. And in the game coming up after this one, Rabbitohs versus the Storm. Jerome Hughes is back for the Storm. A few huge outs for the Rabbitohs, though. Massive outs. Latrell is obviously still missing, but There's going to be no Cameron Murray. There's going to be no Tallis Duncan. And somebody else is out too for the Rabbitohs. Oh, they're going to stand and have a moment's silence for Scott Giro. Scotty Giro, I think it is. There'll be a moment's silence there for those who haven't heard that. Scotty Giro losing his health battle. Sad news there. So if I just check out the next game, Rabbitohs versus the Storm. Cameron Murray, David Fafita is the other one. And Tallis Duncan. Of course, still no Latrell Mitchell. That's some huge outs for the Bunnies. Jerome Hughes back for the Storm. I reckon that the Melbourne Storm do sneak a victory. Sneak is all that I can really back the Storm in for at the moment too. And I've got the Roosters here winning this one. Cheers to Scotty Giro. Passing away last Saturday. Trent Robinson, of course, a very storied history with Scott Giro. There we go. Minute silence. I mean, I wasn't silent, I know, but... Paying respects, of course, in my own way. Chris Bradley says Roosters by 2. Well, kickoff is moments away. We're about to find out. Ways is better, ahoy, mate. Remember, 3-leg multi. Looks like the Knights are going to be kicking off left to right. Daniel Tupou, Billy Smith, and Dylan Lucas. This should be a cracker of a contest, even without Kalen Ponga. So many superstars all over the field. And the kickoff goes down to the far right for Nwangani Tawase. And he doesn't hand the ball off. He takes the hit up himself. Nwangani Tawase from the back fence. Not afraid to do the hard yakka coming out of territory. That's what you want from your back line. Big Nafahu White now loses some yardage. The Newcastle defense up for this early. Some big contact coming in here. Down the short side, Watson tries to sell a couple of dummies, or Robson rather. Into midfield for Victor. Bradley sets it up. 10 short of the halfway line here for the Roosters. Cherry Evans from inside the 40 puts the kick deep. And it's taken on the fullback there. Fletcher Sharp wearing the number 6 tonight, but playing number 1. And it's a great kick chase led by Spencer Leniu. And imagine those footsteps rearing down on you, huh? Big Spencer. Thump, 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 thump. Thumping down towards you. Crossland goes infield here for Young. The Roosters navigating their first set of 6. Slow play the ball. Slightly forward there from dummy half. No call, though. They only call those when they really, really have to. 2 tackles left now for the Knights. Almost up to halfway. Game of Mel, ahoy. On your way to the next game. Very nice. Short side. Sandon Smith gets the kick downfield. Teddy comes forward for it. Drifts across field, Teddy. And nobody opens up for him. 30 metres out from their own line, the Roosters to start this set. Here's Tupou. 4 Knights in there to make the tackle. And they drag him sideways. Nwangani Tawase in at first receiver. Getting through a mountain of work early. Marky Mark 10 short of the halfway line. Over on that right edge, the Roosters. Now, back into midfield. Walker for Tedesco. Shifts for Smith. Beats one. Can't get through the tackle of Dominic Young. Good carry, though, from Billy Smith. Gives me much confidence of him being in my multi. Nafahu White. Put on his back on the 5th and last. 20 metres out from the line. Sammy Walker puts it high, back towards this left edge for Tupou. Uncontested ball for Tupou. And Dominic Young wraps him up. That'll be a handover a metre out from the Knights line. But risky stuff. Risky stuff, just standing back and allowing Tupou to get the ball. They had him very well covered. They could make them pay for that if that's a tactic they keep going all night long. Dominic Young, he's lost a contact. Young's over on the sideline putting fresh contacts in as this game goes on. Both teams completing their sets. No errors yet in this one. Mooney plays it quickly. Brown brings it down the right edge. 2 tackles left. Into midfield. And Sam Walker, he's hovering around in back play. Don't know what happened to Sam Walker. He doesn't seem 100%. Fifth and last, Smith puts the high ball up. Taken by Tupou on the full. 20 out. And Tupou, well contained. Troy Lamatia, ahoy mate. Robert Peters, ahoy. Ten short of halfway here. The Roosters back in possession. 4 minutes gone. No score. No errors. Just trading sets up the middle of the field. Jay, ahoy mate. Down the short side. Cherry Evans holds the pass up nicely, but it's been spilt. No call of knock on. Well, Siwa Wong has lost that ball for all money. It's called backwards. And Cherry Evans recovers for the Roosters. Tedesco, quick hands out for Smith. Smith flicks the pass out to bloody nobody. And into touch it goes. And maybe that's the rugby league gods just interjecting themselves. Let's have a look at this replay. Here's Siwa Wong. Oh, no, fair enough. That's gone backwards. Actually, probably should have been 6 again to the Roosters now that we see the replay. But anyways, Billy Smith there. Poor pass. There's your first mistake of the game, 5 minutes in. Bona Lee, your second team is playing the Sydney Roosters. J.S. Palugo, ahoy mate. Back for another exciting weekend of footy. Close one for the Panthers last night. Hope all is well out there as Brown. Short for Manu Leilua. That's a new one for me. Manu Leilua. Tackle 4 for Newcastle, just inside the Roosters' territory. This has been a poor set considering where they started from. Can they make something happen out of it? Best. Taken down by Robert Toya. What a contest that is. Origin level. Fifth and last. They're up quickly on Smith. He gets away from Radley. Gets the kick away. Tedesco on the goal line. Teddy comes forward for it and takes it well. Oh, majestic that was. The Roosters under the pump, though, here. Toya tackled on the 10-metre line. So that mistake has really put them under the pump. Rapeti Pavel, ahoy, mates. Predictions do I have for tonight's games? I reckon this one goes unders. Under 45.5. Roosters to win. I've got Tupou, Smith, and Dylan Lucas in a 3-leg multi. And I've got the Storm edging out the Rabbitohs in the next game. No Tallis Duncan, no Cameron Murray, no David Fafita. A few big outs for the Rabbitohs. Jerome Hughes returns for the Storm. The kick down from the Roosters to Marju. Marju brings it back almost to the 30-metre line. Jethro Darcel, ahoy mates. Up the Knights, under 45. Yes, I absolutely agree with the unders here. And the defence from both teams early on is certainly lending credence to that prediction. 7 minutes gone. We haven't seen a line break yet. As Lucas carries up over the halfway line on that left edge. Crossland drifts across field, links up with Brown. He dummies inside, goes out for Hunt. Hunt gets away from Smith. Now he heads sideways, away from Walker. And Billy Smith comes back at him. And Fletcher Hunt dragged down just inside the touchline over here on the right edge. Fifth and last for the Knights. Brown puts the kick up. Back towards the middle of the field. Tedesco forward for it. Takes it on the 10. Gets away from the kick chase, Teddy. And he's brought down on the 20-metre line. Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy, mate. Nawangani brings it outside the 20. The Red Knight. Ahoy, buddy. Judar Shivian. Ahoy. Welcome along. As both teams just trading sets here in the early goings. 8 minutes, no score. And 1973G. Ahoy, mate. 2 tackles left for the Roosters. Tedesco into dummy half. Here's White. Gets the late offload back for Teddy. Walker heads left. Smith in a little bit of space. But Fletcher Hunt has the pace to come back at him. Tackle just inside the touchline. 40 out from the Knights try line. 5th and last. Walker darts back into midfield before he puts the high ball up. And it's an easy take. Uncontested at the back for Sharp. And he's able to return it to the 20-metre line. Fletcher Sharp. The stalemate continues. Peter Okori. Ahoy, mate. Stay hunky. Ahoy, how's it going? Gold Rush NZ. Ahoy, mate. You've got the same multi. Yes, fingers, toes, testicles, everything crossed. Brown turns it inside and Manu Leilua chopped down by Billy Smith. Billy Smith under, Nat Butcher over. And they chopped him in half. Corey Pryor, ahoy, mate. 5th and last, Brown on halfway, puts the kick downfield. And straight down the throat of Tupou. 10 out from his own line. Big Tupes winds up and brings it back to the 20-metre line in midfield. Walker out of dummy half. Turns it back inside for Smith. Lots of involvements early here for Billy Smith. Stay hunky. Yep, I've got the Storm tonight. Still no Latrell for the Bunnies, but now also missing Cameron Murray, David Fafita, and Tallis Duncan all ruled out. Jerome Hughes back. Nawangani Tawase around the corner to Teddy. And he's brought down from behind by Lucas. But that was the first little bit of open space. Lenu thinks about passing. Holds on. 5th and last. Walker takes it to the line. Runs out of options left. Has to turn it back in field. Cherry Evans kicking across to the right. Chasing through here and putting pressure on his Toya. But Marju gets away from him. Marju in space. Beats White. Gets away from Teddy. Teddy comes back at him on halfway. And with Cherry Evans, they put Marju down. Slow play the ball. Risking professional foul territory there, the Chookies. Sharp offloads back for Crossland. And now Young. Dominic Young loses the ball in the contact of Billy Smith. Oh, that's a big mistake. Dominic Young, we saw him earlier adjusting his contacts. He was with the trainer in back play, putting fresh contact lenses in. And I just wonder if maybe it's causing him a few problems, because that was a very simple drop ball in contact. I mean, hey, it happens. It happens. Happens to all of us. But I am just trying to give him perhaps a little bit of an excuse as to why it might have happened. Bengal Power says NRL refs need contacts. Oh, they need more than contacts. They need a lot more than contacts, I say. There's Toya from the scrum. 12 minutes gone, no score. Set restart. Robson, short for Wong, and he backs his way up to the Knights 40-metre line. Radley, late pass for Lenu. And he's taken down around the legs by Manu Leilua. 2 tackles gone here for the Roosters. Teddy up in the line. Dummies. Can't skip on the outside of Crossland. 10 metres out now, the Roosters. Front foot ball. First real opportunity of the game. Radley in midfield. He'll be taken down. 10 out right in front of the posts. Walker heads left. Short ball. Butcher. Well taken down there by the Knights defence. Just a couple of metres out now. 5th and last. Walker, crossfield kick, looking for Nawangani Tawase. Flies above the breast, pops it back for Wong. And Siwa Wong with the line wide open. Spills the ball. What a let-off this is for the Knights. Nwangani Tuase pops it back in. Siwa Wong just has to catch it and fall on the ground. And he scores a try. Big let-off there for the Knights. Ollie is the best. Ahoy, mates. TRG Retail. Ahoy. Jay needs the Roosters to win the first half. Smith out of dummy half, trying to get the set restart for the Knights. Brown out to the right here for Sharp. And he's put down 10 short of halfway. Game of Hell, you've got grand final tickets already. Very nice. Hey, it doesn't matter who's in it. It's all about the atmosphere, right? As a knock on by Dylan Brown in the play the ball. I think that was the call from the referee. Oh, forward pass. Yeah, forward pass from Brown. Forward pass from Dylan Brown. And the Knights, well, they're coughing the ball up and they're coughing it up on the halfway line. This is just inviting misery into your life, presenting the Roosters with these opportunities. And now to back it up, it's a penalty, the Roosters. Newcastle not forming the scrum in time. And that just compounds the errors there, the time violation. Cherry Evans can put this into touch deep into the Knights' territory. Finding it just outside the 20-metre line. Tim McCabe, ahoy, mate. Spencer Lenu carries it into the red zone. Big Dom Young is playing. Yes, indeed. Big bad Dom Young. Radley, 10 out from the line now. Straight up the guts. 5 metres away, right in front of the post. Robson fires it right. Short ball from Walker. And Nafahu White put on his back a metre out. Halfway through the set now, the Roosters. Cherry Evans for Walker. Quick hands now. Tedesco comes back in towards the middle. Teddy puts a step on a couple of big forwards. Finds the mismatch, finds the gap. And he dives over under the posts. Teddy with the first try. And the Roosters lead 4-0. Let's just have a look at a potential obstruction. But at the moment, that's a try for Teddy. Here we go. Roosters edge. But Teddy fools them all. Comes back in midfield. Four points to 0 with the kick to come. Cherry Evans did well there to stay out of the way. And the stalemate is broken as the try is confirmed. 4 points to 0. The kick to come for Sammy Walker right in front. And it'll be 6 points to 0 in favour of the Roosters. Straight down the middle. Sammy Walker. Beautiful work. Jay says, what's your thoughts on the Knights plus 17.5? Oh, in the first half line. Ooh. I'm back in a low scoring affair. I mean, 17.5, 18 points in the first half is 18 points is certainly not high scoring by any stretch. But I think it would have required, in my opinion, anyway, that probably would have required the Roosters to be held to naught, which they have not been here at the moment. 6 points to 0. Roosters in the lead. 17 minutes gone. Henzie, ahoy, mates. Come on, Knights. Rex Jean, go Roosters from PNG. Jethro Darcell, nice Teddy. And here's Teddy again. Takes the fifth and last on halfway. 50 metres gained off that set. Cherry Evans puts the high ball up. Down to the left edge from Marju. And it's a good kick chase up there on Marju this time, not giving him any space. And he's tackled 20 out from his own line. Lucas, ahoy, mate. How are you doing? Dom Young in midfield. Brought down 25 out from the line. Hopwood stands in the tackle. Almost up to halfway now. Crossland puts the kick downfield. Looking for the 40-20. Tedesco does well to keep it in. No, he doesn't. The touchy's flag's gone up. Touch judge's flag goes up and Crossland's pulled off a 40-20. Tedesco feels like he saved that one. Phoenix, Crossland from inside the 40 gets a nice angle on it. Gets a beautiful bounce and, oh, geez, millimeters in it. But it will be Newcastle ball. Sorry, it's 6-0 as well. The try for James Tedesco. $10 out from the line, the Knights looking to hit back. Through the hands out to the right. Sharp gets on the outside. Gets on the outside of Billy Smith. Smith held up now, driven over the sideline. Monster and defense here from the Roosters. Fletcher Sharp couldn't get himself to ground. And that's massive defense. The Roosters repelling the attack. RKZ 291. Nawangani Tuase is playing. Yes. He's had a couple of big carries out of territory. And also almost set up a try for Siwa Wong. Winning the battle in the air, popping it back infield. And Siwa Wong just wasn't able to hold on to possession. Bradley goes up to halfway. 3 tackles gone here. 20 minutes left in the opening half. Walker left for Smith. They think that's a high contact. And now the call comes in. Penalty to the Roosters. Dylan Brown just up around the head. Billy Smith slips into that contact. Quite clearly slips into the contact, but hey, them's the rules. As Walker finds touch 20 meters out, this could be a big moment. The 40-20 from Phoenix Crossland doesn't get a result. And now the Roosters are all the way up on the attack in the red zone. Walker goes right for Wong, angles back infield. Big Siwa Wong, 10 meters out. Tackle 2. Robson. Oh, Radley bobbles the ball. Goes to ground just a couple of meters out to the left of the post. Robson to a flat-footed Lenu. 2 tackles left here for the Roosters. Cherry Evans out the back for Walker. Grubber's in behind looking for Wong, but Fletcher Sharp has the pace to usher this over the dead ball line. And they come back for a 7-tackle set. Newcastle do well to survive that one. And they can come back on the attack. Bradman Best, there we go. Bradman Best does get his hands on the ball. Someone was asking about that. The Knights up to halfway. 2 tackles gone. Set restart for the Knights. A ruck infringement. And they go back on the attack now inside the Roosters' half. Smith drifting across field. Best angling back in. 30 meters out on play 2. That should be another set restart. No call this time. Nice ball from Brown. Hitting the gap as Manu Leilua. And Manu Leilua will stroll through untouched. The Knights hit back. Francis Manu-Leilua. Beautiful work from Dylan Brown, just holding the ball out in front with two hands. Drifting across field and holds the pass up to perfection. And the big man goes straight through, untouched. And he'll score in the right corner. 6 points to 4, kick to come. Francis Manu-Leilua. There we go. Try confirmed. Newcastle have hit back. "17 minutes still to play in this opening half. Great work there. Dylan Brown with the try assist. Worrying signs for the Roosters defense. Jethro Darcel says, still didn't finish the set. Sandon Smith, opportunity to square this game up. About 10 in from touch. Smith moves in. Oh, shocker. Dead set shocker. Pushes it out to the right. And it stays 6 points to 4. Dear, oh dear. That might be one of the worst attempts at goal I've ever seen. Odd Poppet. Cheers, mate. Welcome to the bench warmers once more. Odd Poppet renewing channel membership. Roosters get us back underway. The kickoff into the in goal for Brown. 16 minutes left in this opening half. 6 points to 4 in favour of the Sydney Roosters. Dom Young taken down. 15 out from their own line here. Frizzell out to the 20. Oh, dear. Careful there, Vector. Oh, penalty. Penalty to the Knights. Yes, that looked a bit awkward. Frizzell as he fell to ground. Pressure on the neck from Victor Radley. Momentum with the Knights here. Can they take advantage? Finding touch, 10 short of halfway. Sandon Smith had the attempt at conversion, yes. If you could call it that. Oh, no. Oh. Jeez. Please tell me that close-up was not. Oh, Dylan Lucas is down. Dylan Lucas is down in pain. And they had a close-up. They had a very nasty looking close-up. Oh, dear. They had a close-up shown that looked like there was a very, very obvious protrusion on the leg there. And that is nasty. And that's Dylan Lucas done for the night. And I mean, I hate to bring up the fact. Oh, yeah. That is, unfortunately, that is exactly what I thought it was. Dylan Lucas is going to be out for some time. Odd Poppet, cheers for the super chat. Come on, Knights. You can do it. Dear, oh dear. They did a close-up, and there was this very obvious lump that should not have been there on Dylan Lucas's leg. And I didn't want to say it was a clean break, but the way that they immediately called for the Medicab that's out on the field now, ready to stretcher him off. Oh, that looked nasty. That looked very nasty. It looked like his foot shouldn't be bent that way. Let's put it that way. They're obviously not going to show it on replay, but yeah, it didn't look like his foot was supposed to be bent that way. That didn't look normal at all. And the way that he was writhing around in pain, they immediately called for the Medicart. That's a break, I reckon. Clean break. And, yeah, Dylan Lucas, that's his night done. Probably his season, yes. This close to the end. Maori boy, ahoy, mate. Thomas Cant wanders onto the field. Wow, Dylan Lucas, well, that scrubs out the same game multi. But honestly, there's bigger things concerned. They are strapping him up right where I saw that bulge that I felt. You might have heard me call it. I kind of stuttered. I'm like, I hope that isn't. And I didn't want to say it, but I saw it. I said, I hope that isn't what I think it is. And then when they called the Medicab, it could only mean one thing. That looked like bones sticking out through his sock. And they've strapped up that exact spot where I saw it. That's a broken ankle. That's what it looked like to me. Dear, oh dear. 15 minutes left in this opening half. Oh, that was a nasty one. Yeah, they've got the tape all around the ankle there, holding it in position. Now they've put a towel over it so the cameras can't capture it. Dear, oh dear. A snapped ankle is my best guess as to what happened there. And it was very innocuous. He was just running the ball up. Knights got the penalty. They put the ball into touch. They tap and go. He was taking the hit up. And that was all she wrote. He gives us the sign as he sucks in the morphine. Well, actually, I have no idea if it's morphine. I'm just... But yeah, from the Medicab, he's just like, hey... All good. Wow. All right. The show must go on. Frizzell takes it up to halfway. Crossland down the short side. And here's the fresh legs on the field. Thomas Cant. 40 metres out from the Roosters line. Smith drifting across field. Turns it in for Croker. Oh, Troy. Dylan Lucas appears to have snapped his ankle, and I mean snapped. His foot was at a 90-degree angle. It was nasty. Manu Leilua up to the 20. Fifth and last now for the Knights. 20 metres out on the attack. Brown puts the high ball up. Nwangani Tuase back for it. Best claims it, though. Best spins. Gets the offload, and it's been lost forward by Smith. And then Croker throws a forward pass into touch. Here we go. Sideline report. Oh, dislocated and suspected fracture of the left ankle. So that's not necessarily as bad as we first thought. We thought break. It looked like it was snapped. But the early diagnosis is a dislocation and a fracture. Which obviously that's still not good news, but a dislocation and a fracture is a step up from just a complete break. As Radley offloads for Jerry Evans, and now Toya flicks it back infield for Wong. Wong taken 5 short of the halfway line. Robson out of dummy half for Lenu. Back into the Knights territory they go. Fifth and last, Cherry Evans puts the high ball up. It's going to land about 20 metres out. Nwangani Tuase tries to slap it back, but he's lost it forward. Fletcher Sharp has it. 13 minutes to go in this opening half. 6 points to 4. Here's Dom Young. 10 short of the halfway line. Low scoring half indeed. Well, I did predict a low scoring game. So let's see. Let's see if it keeps up. Smith. Nice short ball for Cant. 40 metres out from the Roosters line here. Set restart late in the count. There was 2 tackles left, and they've just given away a full set of 6 there, the Roosters. Brown turns it inside for big bad Brody Jones. Tackle 2. Crossland heads off to the left. Croker for Smith. Runs it to the line, holds the pass up for Cant. They're 10 metres out now. Halfway through their set. Jones goes again, a settler in midfield. Flex the late offload back for Crossland. Croker now angles in towards the post. Bumps off Tedesco. Fights his way over the line. And Matt Croker scores. Matt Croker from 15 metres out. Beats the tackle of Tedesco. Powers his way through a second. And plants it down beside the posts. 8 points to 6 with the kick to come. Matt Croker gets the try. It was the late offload from Jones that set it up. Second phase ball. Beats the tackle of Tedesco. Beats the tackle of Robson that was at the back. Poor defense around their goal line there by the Roosters. 8 points to 6. Kick to come. We got Troy's out the wazoo over on TikTok. How many more Troy's have we got in the chat room? Show of hands, all the Troy's. Kick to come from right beside the posts. 10 minutes 40 left in this opening half as the try is confirmed. The Knights about to lead 10 points to 6. Surely Sandon Smith can't miss this one. A metre to the left of the posts. Falcon Vanderweel. You had Matt Croker for first and second, but didn't put him on third. Oh, damn. Sandon Smith from right in front. He puts this one over. Conversion successful, and the Knights lead 10 points to 6 as we approach half-time. 10 minutes to go. Another walked-in try for the Knights. Poor defense there. Tedesco. That's just not up to standard there for Teddy and Robson. That's a couple of Origin players. That's a couple of rep players that Croker's just steamrolled. 10 minutes until the halftime break. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'll tell you what, if the Knights win this game, still a long way to go in this contest, obviously, but if the Knights win this game, they are, I believe, they are the only team then competing for the top 4 that have a bye in hand. This will put them in a fantastic position. What a position that puts them in. They're sharp now. Quick hands for Young. Finds space down the right edge. Cuts back in field. Inside Smith. And he's brought down from behind by Egan Butcher. Slow play the ball. They're 20 metres out now. 2 tackles left. Here they come again, the Knights. Sharp for Best. Best tries to step inside Toya. He's had him covered. Robert Toya's had him covered all night long. 5th and last. 86 metres gained. That set. Crossfield kick from Smith. Fletcher Hunt unmarked. He can't reel it in. Oh, Fletcher Hunt got himself in open space. He couldn't secure the ball. And I think he has. This will be overturned. The call of line dropout, and it'll be Roosters 20-metre restart. 9 minutes to go in this opening half. Dear, oh dear. 4 line breaks to 1. We went the opening, I think it was like 15 minutes into the game before we had our first line break. And now the Knights have had 4 line breaks to 1. 18 missed tackles by the Roosters. That's really, really poor. Really poor. But close game still in the making as Butcher carries up over halfway. 2 tackles left. Here's Radley. Late pass up for Fiketti. And he's put down 35 metres out. 5th and last in midfield. Cherry Evans. Crossfield kick for Nwangani Tawase. He lands it on the 10-metre line. Taken by Marky Mark. Fends away from Marju. Chips into the end goal. And it will go dead for a 7-tackle set for the Knights. Newcastle. They are on top in this one at the moment. The Knights. We approach halftime. 8 minutes left on the clock. Gamer Mel, welcome back. Hope you enjoy the game tonight, Gamer Mel. And that your Storm put in a performance with the returning Jerome Hughes. 7.5 to play in the opening 40. Knights on top. Manu Leilua rocked in the tackle. Huge hit there from Billy Smith. Folded the big man. 40 metres out, 2 tackles left. Brown into midfield. 5th and last. Oh, Odd Poppet with 5 gift channel memberships. Oh, the generosity. Tedesco comes forward for it. A Tupou comes forward for it now. Tupou loses it. Knights have 6 again. Kent sets it up in midfield. Cheers, Odd Poppet, for the 5 gift channel memberships there on YouTube. Laid offload back for Crossland. This is how they scored before. Smith drifts across field. Holds it up for Manu Leilua. And he had his legs taken out by Billy Smith. Quick play the ball. Sharp. Set restart. The Roosters were offside. They're a metre out from the line here, the Knights. Brodie Jones. Tackle 2, right in front of the sticks. Brown dummies out to the left. Takes the line on himself. Crossland brings it back into midfield. Smith drops it off for Croker. This time they're up quickly on him. Croker stands in the tackle. 5 out from the line. Crossland for Smith. Grubbers in behind looking for Hunt, but Tedesco swoops on it. Teddy, a metre out from his own try line, saves the day there for the Roosters. And a big carry now for Tupou. Clint 007. Channel member for 2 months from the stands. What a champion. Yes, indeed. Anyone who's wondering what channel membership does exactly, apart from supporting the channel, it gets you exclusive access to members-only live streams. And boy, can they get out of hand. Chris can tell you. 5th and last kick from inside the 40 here. And it's got a nice angle on it, but it bounces into the end goal. Fletcher Sharp just shadows it over the dead ball line for a 7-tackle set. Cherry Evans, unlucky. MC Skittles, ahoy mates, thank you very much for the bits over there on Twitch. Our very first ever Twitch bits. Much appreciate that, mate. MC Skittles. For those who don't know, bits is like the Twitch version of a super chat on YouTube or a gift on TikTok. Wasted World of Sports, of course, live on YouTube, live on Twitch, live on TikTok. Each and every weekend that my health allows. Anyway, there's Fletcher Hunt now, up over halfway. Tackle 4 for the Knights, who are right on top here. Brown drifts across field for Smith. Out to the left for Sharp. In and away on Toya. Flicks it up for Marju. 1-on-1 with Nwangani Tawase. Oh, cheers, Skittles, for some more. Very first ever. Your honours. Here's some more. Cheers, mate. Oh, the kick is charged down here. Crossland dives on it, and it's a set restart for the Knights. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Newcastle finishing this half well on top. 10 points to 6, 3.5 minutes to go. Smith for Sharp, steps inside Toya, gets away. 3-on-2 out to the left, but Nwangani blocks it off. Massive moment in the context of this game. Cant down the left edge. Taken down by Cherry Evans. 10 metres out. 10 in from touch. They stay short side. Bradman Best steps in field. Flicks it up for Crossland. And Crossland spills it. Cherry Evans and Siwa Wong with a try saver. And they force the mistake to boot. Oh, that was a crucial tackle. Bradman Best created the space. Siwa Wong with the hit that saves the day. Cherry Evans puts the icing on the cake. 2.5 minutes until the break. And you just get the feeling that that was a huge moment. A great try saver from Siwa Wong. $10 points to 6, 2 minutes until the halftime break. Emmy, 685. 2 tries for the Knights. Manu Leilua and Croker. And the try for the Roosters by Teddy. Butcher. Turns in the contact, can't get the offload back. Roosters on their own 30. Out the back for Cherry Evans, and now numbers out to the right. Wong for Toya, throws a forward pass out in front of Nwangani, and that's a knock-on halfway. And the execution for the Roosters just lacking. And with 1.5 minutes to go, the Knights will get a full set of 6 on the attack. Odd Poppet, you should have saved your member donos for the Bunnies game. Oh, but you might be too engrossed in things in the Bunnies game, Odd. I'll tell you what, with 1 minute to go till halftime here, we've got the Rabbitohs versus the Storm coming up after this one. Some big outs for the Rabbitohs. Obviously still no Latrell Mitchell, but now they're also going to be missing Cameron Murray, David Fafita, and Tallis Duncan. Jerome Hughes back for the Storm. Smith, dummies. Probably should have given that ball there to a rampaging Tyson Frizzell. Croker. Late ball out the back for Jones. Did he cop a high shot there? The crowd thinks so. But, to be fair, this game is in Newcastle, so they would think so, wouldn't they? In fairness, 15 metres out, 5th and last. Smith dinks it in over the top. Nwangani slaps it dead. And with 16 seconds to go, it'll be a goal line dropout. And I should imagine that the Roosters will be content to just wind down the clock here and not do a silly little short grubber restart like Nathan Cleary did on Thursday night. And yes, they have just wound the clock down, and that will take us into half-time. 10 points to 6 at the break. A hotly contested first half. We did think it was going to be unders. And it's looking like unders for sure at the moment. Rebel nuts. Ahoy, mates. Roosters are not going -9.5. I did think that there was a little bit of an overreaction from the bookies to Kalen Ponga being ruled out. I legitimately think that's what did it. As soon as Kalen Ponga got ruled out, the Roosters just became overwhelming favourites. And I don't think it's that clear cut. I don't think any of us really ever thought it would be that clear cut either. In fairness, the Knights are a good team. The Knights are a great team, and they'll take the fight to the Roosters the whole way. So I did think it was a little disrespectful. 10 points to 6 at the halftime break, though. The Knights are not the Newcastle Knights are not, and we talked about this in the pregame. The Newcastle Knights are not the Kalen Ponga reliant team that they used to be. Oh, they showed a replay of Dylan Lucas. Oh, why would you do that? I'm still watching. I'm like, why would you do that? But I'm still watching it. Oh, that was nasty. I can't believe they showed a replay of that. I really can't. Yeah, that was nasty. Some people like seeing that sort of stuff, though. God, I could never be a doctor or any sort of medical professional. But yeah, Dylan Lucas, a dislocated and fractured left ankle. And it looked nasty when it happened. 10 points to 6 at the halftime break. 2 tries for the Knights through the forwards. Francis Manuleilua and Matt Croker, the 12 and the 13. Who saw that coming? Huh? Who saw that coming? Sil David, ahoy mates, watching from Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. Who says no to Roosters Crows? Score Rooster 30, beat Knights 16. Bengal Power says Phoenix cross country is playing well, apart from that knock on. Yeah, he normally does, though, doesn't he? Phoenix Crossland is just one of those trooper players that you want on your team. He gives his all every step of the way. All right, Wasted Water Sports crew, halftime here. 10 points to 6 in favour of the home side. I've got to get everything set up and ready for the next game as well. I've got to think about my multi for the next game as well as get the team sheets ready. Now, for the same game multi, I am leaning towards... Let's see. Let me check my notes here. I think I go Alex Johnston, Sua Fa'alongo, and Ewan Aitken. Ewan Aitken, 4 tries in his last 11. And okay. And Melbourne's defence on the right edge has been particularly weak. Sua Fa'alongo, 13 tries in 18 games this season. And Alex Johnston, well, I just have to say Alex Johnston, don't I? There needs no reasoning for putting Alex Johnston in. And let's see, maybe I'll go a 4th. Maybe I'll go a 4th in that game. We'll see. But anyway, let's have a quick break. We'll play some music, and I'll get everything set up behind the scenes that I need to get set up, and then we'll come back right after this on the Wasted World of Sports. Cheers for being with us so far. Be right back.
men, set sail! The tide is high, the match is near. You know exactly why we're here. From every port we gather round, the loudest pirate crew in town. Raise the colors, call the names. Every weekend brings new games. Win or lose, we'll stand as one. Our voyage only just begun. Raise your glass, raise it high. Let the battle banners fly. Ahoy, Captain Dan! Ahoy, take the stand! Welcome all aboard tonight. The wasted world of sports unites. Drink your rum, sing along. Every match becomes a song. From first whistle to the end, every pirate is a friend. When the ref has lost his eyes, hear 1,000 pirates cry. Every tackle, every score makes us shout for even more. Stormy seas or sunny skies, victory's our greatest prize. If we lose, we'll laugh instead, then drink another keg, it's said. Hey! Hey! Ahoy! Hey, ahoy! Who's the captain? Who's the crew? Raise your mugs! Never leave a pirate down! Ahoy, Captain Dan! Ahoy, here's the plan. Every sport beneath the sun, better watched with everyone. Raise your mugs into the sky. Sing until the stars burn bright. The stream rolls on. The rum pours free. Welcome to our family. Waste the colors! Fill the mugs! storm is rising, and the money man's here to play. Lightning strikes on the footy field. Blood and thunder, his fate is sealed. Stronger than the scars that mark his face. Monster brings the fury, leaves no trace. Magic hands with the fire in command. Every pass, every kick, every stand. From Melbourne's heart to the world's acclaim, the money man forever etched his name. Monster Money Man, he's a legend of the game. Power and glory, they remember his name. Monster Money Man, with the storm in his veins. One of the greatest, breaking all the chains. Tackles hit like crashing steel. They all fall when they feel his will. Not just looks, the strength runs deep. A master of the moments legends keep. Every run is a thunderous call. Every step defies them all. From Queensland pride to the purple crown, the money man will never be torn down. Monster Money Man.
Waste the World of Sports crew, welcome back. Hope you had a good halftime break. I certainly did. Second half underway. The Roosters with the kickoff. Knights get first use of it. Newcastle carried all the momentum into that halftime break. And now they get first use of it in the second half. Huge for the Knights. Marju brings it out to the 20. 10 points to 6 at the halftime break. Matthew West, ahoy mate. Crossland for Manu Leilua. Already got a try in the first half there. Oh, slow to get up here. Manu Leilua staying down. Clutching the nose. Penalty goes in favour of the Knights. There we go. And on report goes Butcher. Nat Butcher on report for the high tackle. Manu Leilua stays down. And look, I've talked about this before. Oh, shoulder to the head from Egan Butcher it was. And Nat Butcher was up pretty high as well. Well, this is not a good start for the Roosters. That could be a HIA for Manu Leilua. We'll keep an eye on that one. Excuse me. As we got time off here, and I think it is Manu Leilua will be heading off for a HIA, whether he heads off via the independent doctor, which I think is what the trainers are waiting for. He immediately reeled back in the hit. Clear shoulder contact to the face. This could be, well, off he goes. Manu Leilua off for a HIA. The penalty's gone to Newcastle. Leo Moana comes on. Manu Leilua off. Leo Moana on. Newcastle find touch right on halfway. And what a start to this is for the home side. They can go straight on the attack and straight into the action. Leo Moana takes the first hit up there after the penalty. 10 points to 6. They lead. They had an opportunity to extend right on the halftime break, and it looks like they'll get an opportunity to extend immediately after as Brown floats a flat pass across the face to Cant. No call from any of the officials there. Broker for Smith. Turns it back inside for a rampaging Marju. And he's brought down 25 out from the line. Quick play the ball. Halfway through the set here, the Knights. Brown takes it into the 20. Rossland stays down the short side. Kicked back in field by Smith. Tedesco, a metre out from his own try line. Takes it extremely well, Teddy. What an amazing effort there from Teddy. A metre out, under pressure. No one going to Tuase gets a little upright, but he does get to ground. Tackle 2. A metre out right in front of their own sticks. Wong can only get it out to the 10. Penalty. They've given it away. Overzealous there, the Knights. The Roosters would have been under the pump big time there. Dangerous tackle. Robert Peters, I'll endeavour to put all the Wasted World of Sports music. I'll endeavour to put it up somewhere that is freely available for everybody. If you like. Siwa Wong takes the carry up the middle. Knee crumbler, ahoy mate. You were at the Taranaki Bulls versus Lions today. Saw only one family in Warriors gear. That's not surprising, is it? Hang on, Taranaki Bulls versus Lions. That's rugby, yeah? Union. Pay Eric. You got your money on Marky Mark and Daniel Tupou. Don't let me down as the Roosters now carry into the 20. Fifth and last. Walker drifts across field. Cut out pass for Tedesco. Teddy dummies and slices straight through. Oh, Teddy's on fire tonight. We're all locked up. Teddy gets a double. The man is on absolute fire in attack. Secure under the high balls. And he is just slicing the Knights' defense open on their goal line. And once again, it's Tedesco finding the mismatch. Thomas Cant gets on the outside of him. Sandon Smith is caught in two minds. Turns back in on the weak shoulder. Cant doesn't have the pace. Tedesco reaches out and plants it down. Try confirmed, a double for Teddy. 10 points all. Kick to come from right beside the posts. Beautiful stuff there from Tedesco. Yeah, the reason I say that, knee crumbler, is I wouldn't have anticipated too many Warriors jerseys at the rugby. That's all. Sammy Walker with the conversion attempt to put the Roosters back in the lead. You would have to say somewhat unexpectedly. A little bit unexpectedly. Oh, you did? You did expect to see more? Yeah, fair enough. 15 metres to the right of the post here. Sam Walker takes it back to the 20-metre line, and he pushes it straight across the face of the posts. Much like Sandon Smith in the first half, a very similar position where Sandon Smith shanked his kick. Sammy Walker's shanked one as well. Must be something about that spot on the field. And it stays 10 points apiece. Halftime score, Ropre Ezron. Halftime score was 10-6 in favour of the Knights. Jerry Evans takes the kickoff, and here is Salisi Fiketti from the back fence. 10 points apiece. Nawangani Tawase brings it outside the 20 for the Roosters. Butcher, that's Egan, carries it out to the 30. Robson goes quickly. Smith out the back for Jerry Evans. Turns it inside for Wong. And on the angle, Wong brings it 10 short of halfway on tackle 4. Tedesco straight up the middle. Fifth and last, just inside the Knights' territory. Jerry Evans puts the high ball up from 40 out. Toya chasing through. Pressure on Sharp. And he takes it well. Fletcher Sharp, but they hold him up and drive him back. Sharp will play the ball 10 out from his own line. Marju brings it out to the 20. Quick play of the ball. Dom Young on the front foot. Another 10 metres here for the Knights and another quick play of the ball. Into midfield for Croker. He turns into the contact and he's brought down. 10 short of halfway. 2 tackles left. Frizzell takes the fifth and last. Just short of the halfway line. He stays down now, Frizzell as well. Clutching at his nose. Oh, don't tell me he's broken his nose. I don't want to see any more nasty injuries tonight. The Dylan Lucas one was enough. And Frizzell, he's just immediately grabbed his schnoz because he's copped a hit across the face. That's why. That'll be a penalty to the Knights on tackle 5. And it's against Butcher again. Nat Butcher this time, though, in fairness. Back-to-back penalties from the Butchers. And Frizzell popped it right around the schnoz. Clear-cut penalty, that one, to the Knights. Newcastle finding touch, 30 metres out. Nat Butcher's on report. Joins brother Egan. Knee crumbler, terrible weather. You had to set up all the audio. Oh, dear. Jethro Darcell, you're in Spotswood, so you understand completely what knee crumbler's on about. As Frizzell's off for HIA. Off he goes. Buck Rogers, thank you very much for the heart me over there on TikTok. Much appreciate that, mate. Cheers. Ray Mooney back onto the field there for Frizzell. Brown turns it inside now. And the Knights are 20 metres out from the line on play 2. 10 points apiece. Is anyone thinking golden point? Brown brought down 10 metres out. Not afraid to take the line on. Dylan Brown. Croker at first receiver. Now Smith back inside for Sharp. And he's taken down by Fiketti. 10 metres out, just to the left of the post here. Smith for Brown out the back. Cut out pass for Hunt. Quick hands for Dominic Young. And that breaks the deadlock down the right edge. Dominic Young gets those big giraffe legs pumping. And the Knights are in again. Oops. Wrong one. Wrong bloke. There we go. Dominic Young with the try. Quick hands through the back line for the Knights. Perfection. Mwah. Exquisite. Newcastle up 14-10. Kick to come from the sideline. You'd have to think that Sandon Smith might struggle with this one. The way that he's been kicking so far tonight. 9 gone in the second half, and the Knights reclaim the lead. Kick to come from the sideline. Issa Leagues. Thank you very much for the shard of hope on the TikTok. ESA Leagues. Issa? Cheers, mate, for the shard of hope gift over there on TikTok. Caden, thank you very much for the rose on TikTok. Much appreciate that. Sandon Smith from the sideline. Not the favoured side for a right-footed kicker. Let's see if he's learnt anything from the first half. Kenzie, didn't you hear, mate? Dylan Lucas out. Smith moves in, puts it on target. Reverse commentator's curse. He puts it right over the black dot. Sandon Smith, sideline conversion. And it's 16 points to 10. The Knights. It was the reverse commentator's curse. Francis Manulelua passes his HIA. Oh, Bo TikTok. It was one of the nastiest. Well, there's been nastier injuries, but it looked really, really bad. Yeah, I saw Dylan Lucas fall to the ground, and they did a close-up, and I could see this lump. There was this clear lump in his sock. And I said it at the time. I'm like, I hope that isn't what I think it is, because what I thought it was bone sticking out. And yeah, poor son of a bitch. Turns out it probably was exactly what I thought it was. A suspected dislocation and fracture of the left ankle. And yeah, his foot was basically hanging on at a 90-degree angle, almost. Fifth and last now for the Knights after points. Brown puts the kick down from his own side of halfway, straight down the throat of Billy Smith. Very quiet in the second half so far, Billy Smith. Big contact there in the kick chase, led by Bradman Best. Brody Jones it was, sorry. I just saw the tattoos. This one's Bradman Best making the tackle. As they show Nwangani Tuase the sideline. Toya fights for every metre. 16 points to 10. The Knights leading. Tries to Manulelua. Tries to Croker and Dom Young. And 2 for Tedesco for the Roosters. 10 short of halfway now on play 4. Straight up the middle goes Egan Butcher, and he spills the ball in contact. Knights have it now on the counter-attack. The Roosters can't get out of their own half. 0 tackle Newcastle. Oh, they're well on top here, the Knights. Well on top. You just get the feeling. That a try here could end it. Here they come, the Knights. 30 metres out in midfield. Crossland for Croker. They go left. Smith out the back for Sharp. Slows. Steps back in field. Held up on the 20-metre line. Saints 4 in a row. Ahoy, mate. Smith. Flat pass across the face there for Trey Mooney. 15 metres out. Brown switches direction. Back for Mooney. In midfield, Croker. Pops it up for Sharp. Chris Bradley. Renewing the channel membership from the stands. 5 months. Cheers, legend. 5th and last. Brown decides to run. And he takes the tackle a metre out. I think he got a bit confused there, Brown. That'll be a handover. The Roosters ball. Confusion there on the 5th and last. Stephen Knight, ahoy, mate. The YouTube video is a couple of seconds behind TikTok. Yeah, that probably stands to reason. YouTube's a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? That's a YouTube thing, not a me thing. I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's all broadcast from the exact same location. YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. So if YouTube's behind, it's a YouTube thing, not a me thing. And there's nothing I can do about it. But it does make sense the way that YouTube works. 5th and last now, Cherry Evans from inside the 40. And it's taken on the full by Sharp at the back. He winds up, gets on the inside of Siwa Wong, and he's brought down on halfway. Oh, the Knights They are well on top here. Newcastle. Can they put the dagger in and finish this contest off? Newcastle through Marju. 40 metres out from the line. 16 points to 10. Brown. Short pass. Offloaded by Leo Moana. Back for Brown. He goes again. 20 metres out in midfield. Oh, and Brown's hurt now. Oh, God. Not more injuries for the Knights. Brown can't put weight on that left leg that's already strapped up on the knee. Oh, Brown's cooked. Dylan Brown is cooked. There's already tape around that left knee, and he collapses to the ground. Oh, no. Cheeky. Hey, cheeky little smile there to the trainer. He just had a cheeky little snicker with the trainer there. Let's see. He tries to step off the left boot, and it's almost like it just collapsed under his own weight there. It's already strapped up, like I said. Dylan Brown, he's down. He doesn't seem too concerned, though. He had a cheeky little laugh with the trainer. I think he'll be okay. 26 minutes to go in this one. 16 points to 10. And while Dylan Brown gets a massage, I'll go over cheeky whiz. Well, Dylan Brown is leaving the field. Dylan Brown is leaving the field. There was no Ponga tonight. There was no Gagai tonight. They lost Dylan Lucas to injury, and now Dylan Brown has been escorted off the field by the trainer. Smith, crossfield kick, looking for Young. Young wins it uncontested. Pops it back, but straight to Sam Walker. Roosters back in possession. And now push and shove between Walker and Big Trey Mooney. That's a little bit of a mismatch, Sammy. I wouldn't be getting involved in that, mate. Who asked me that? Matthew West. Yeah. Captain Morgan's. I may or may not be fishing for a sponsorship. Captain Morgan's. It is a fantastic drop of rum. I wonder if they actually would sponsor me. That'd be pretty funny. Another time off here as the referee just had words with the Newcastle Knights as tensions boil over there for momentarily. I remember back in my day, Sammy Walker would have copped one on the chin there, I've got to say. As the Roosters fine touch now on the 30-metre line. 25 minutes left to play. Bizbav K watching from the US on the night shift. Very nice. Stephen Knight. Thank you for the heart me over there on TikTok. Much appreciated. Sololnu says, have you tried Fijian Bounty Rum? I have not. It sounds fantastic, though. Bounty Rum. Bounty Rum. Sounds right up my alley. Walker out the back for Tedesco. Sends it on for Savala. 30 metres out now on the last. Walker drifting across field. Calls Radley on the inside. That was tackle 4. My apologies. Now it's the 5th and last. Chopper. Ahoy, mate. Walker, 30 metres out. Crossfield kick. Looking for Nwangani Tuase. Newcastle let him have it. They wrap the ball up and they take him towards the sideline and they carry him over. Great defense there, led by Bradman Best. 24 minutes left to play. The Knights leading by 6. And the Knights, they are just letting Ngawanganituase and Tupou have those high balls. They're not contesting. They are content to just let them have the ball. And so far, the Roosters haven't really found a way to combat it. The Knights survive again, back in possession. 23 and a half minutes to go in what's been a low-scoring, tense battle. Excuse me for a second. I just need to put my jacket on. Johnny Michael, ahoy, mate. Good carry up the middle. Sharp steps back in field. 10 short of halfway. Late offload. Back for Croker. Goes straight up the middle. Matty Croker, no support. 40 metres out. He's put on his back. Fifth and last. 49-metre gain as Smith puts the high ball up. Lands at 15 metres out from the line. Taken easily at the back there by the Roosters. Walker scampers out a dummy half. Haven Mohi, ahoy there, living up to the legend. Bradley in midfield on for Nafahu White. They've kept Big Nafahu quiet tonight. Tackle 4, just short of halfway. Radley. Late ball out the back for Walker. Beautiful pass. Puts Butcher into a big hole. Tedesco in support. Teddy gets a hat trick. And we're about to be locked up again. The Roosters break out from halfway. James bloody Tedesco with 3 tries. Victor Radley onto Walker. Beautiful ball. They had 4 on 2. Butcher goes straight through a gap. Draws in sharp at the back. And puts Tedesco in right beside the posts. God, that was beautiful from the Roosters. Beautiful. It took them way too long to put something like that together. Nat Butcher slicing through another clean line break. 16-14 with the kick to come. A hat trick for James Tedesco. What a night it's been for Teddy and that athletically sized ass. A quarter of this contest still to go. Well, he does. He's got a very athletically sized ass. Very fit. Sam Walker from right beside the post should slot this over blindfolded. But after that last shank, he has taken his time with it. Understandable. He shanked it quite badly last time. Sammy Walker converts. And we're all locked up. 16 apiece. 20 minutes. And 20 seconds to go. Golden point, anybody? Golden point. I can feel it. Golden point. It'll be a great start to the night. Friday night, isn't it? It'll be a great start to Friday night footy. Sorry, I don't work a traditional 9-to-5 job, so sometimes I forget what day of the week it is, even when the footy's on. But yes, it is Friday night footy. Nafahu White from the kickoff. 16 apiece with 20 minutes to play. I've rugged myself up. It's very cold tonight. I do look like I'm about to go and commit crimes, but I assure you I'm not. I'm going to be here live for the next few hours anyway. Storm versus the Rabbitohs coming up next. Tedesco out of first receiver. Just short of halfway here. Robson goes quickly. Oh, short ball to Wong, and he's lost it. Too much traffic there in midfield, and a simple turnover of possession. Robson. Just pushing that pass. He didn't really need to. 19.5 to play. Uso T. Do I reckon Marky Mark will get in? Oh, boy. This has been a tight game. And, this is a tight game. Not a lot of balls are going out wide down his edge. So, I mean, I just don't know. It might not be a night for Nwangani Tuase. Here we go, Newcastle. What a golden opportunity this is. Crossland turns it inside. And a good carry up the middle there from Leo Moana. 40 metres out from the Roosters line. Frizzell bumps off one. Takes tackle 4, 35 metres out. Crossland in at first receiver for Smith. Late pass out the back for Sharp. They head right. Hunt spins out of the tackle of Smith. Out the back of the hands for Young. Steps back in field. Now he's going backwards and sideways. Go forward, mate. Oh, he runs into Siwa Wong. 20 metres out from the line. Fifth and last. 40 metres off that set. They come left. Crossland pops it up for Leo Moana. He lays it back now. Intercepted by Radley. But we've got a penalty to Newcastle. Big penalty. It was off one Rooster to Radley, who was in front of the man. Offside. And a penalty for the Knights. Huge penalty. They're going to have a shot at 2. It's 10 metres out, about 10 or so to the left of the posts. And they're going to have a shot at 2, I think. Esbos 5320. Ahoy, mate. Welcome along. Oh, Christ, my phone's gone. Low battery. Better plug that in. 17 minutes left to play. The Roosters. Points are at a premium tonight. So this is an understandable decision to take the shot at 2. Sandon Smith. He put one over from the sideline before, so maybe he's worked out his kicking deficiencies for the evening. Taking his time lining this one up. Well, not surprising. I mean, this is a big kick. Who we got there on Twitch? Oh, MC Skittles. Ahoy, mate. Nice to have you still hanging around, buddy. Roosters, man, what's going on tonight? That was the emoji. This year's NRL games been the year of the unexpected, especially as we head into the back end of the season, right? Sandon Smith, he shanks it, does he? He waves it away to the left. Oh, dear. Sandon Smith shanks another one and hooks it off to the left. It stays 16 apiece. It'll be a line dropout, Roosters. Oh, Dylan Brown's got the kid off. Dylan Brown ruled out for the night. Obviously, 20-metre restart. Roosters go short. It doesn't break the play into the 10 metres. And is it a penalty or a play the ball these days? It's a penalty right out in front for Newcastle. Sandon Smith gets another go. Here we go. Time off. Wait a minute. It's a play. I thought so. Didn't they change that rule about it being a penalty? The referee has now apologized to the Knights and said, my apologies, I blew a penalty. That's not the rule anymore. The rule is a play the ball. I thought so. I was going to say, didn't they nix that rule of penalty for the ball not going the 10 metres? So there we go. 15.5 minutes to play. The referee has apologized and said, sorry, I got that wrong. I called a penalty. It's actually a play the ball. The Knights have it back, though. 20 metres out in midfield. Smith out the back for Best. Can't get away from Toya. Robert Toya has been all over Bradman Best tonight. Marju heads back in field. Tackle 4. 10 metres out. Crossland drifting across field. Smith turns it inside. Leo Moana. 10 metres out. Right in front of the post here on the 5th and last. They go right. Smith puts the high ball up for Young. A metre out from the line. Young loses it forward as he tries to bat it back in field. Roosters ball. The Roosters have got to get themselves out of this side of the field. 16 apiece with 14 minutes left to play. Lucas says the Roosters should have gone long. Moronic douchebaggery. Ahoy, mates. Round 21 and the refs still don't know the ruling. Not to mention that that rule, I'm pretty sure, got changed. I'm fairly certain that rule got changed after the... what year was it that the Broncos lost to the Panthers in the grand final? So that's a rule that's been changed for like a couple of seasons already, is what I'm saying. This isn't a new rule change. As the Roosters now up over halfway. Tedesco, late pass left for Walker. On for Butcher. And Savala shuffles it on now for Smith. Daniel Tupou is indeed off the field. Somebody asked me that. 5th and last. Roosters put the high ball up. And Wong bats it back straight into the hands of Tyson Frizzell. And the Knights are in possession. Styler, ahoy, mate. $16 apiece, 13.5 minutes remaining. And the Roosters will get the ball back because Newcastle have ballsed up to play the ball. Bradman Best. The crowd is silenced. Bradman Best. Oh, the sticky glue. It's stuck to his hand, the ball, and then it bobbles out as he tries to play it. Well, see? You put that sticky stuff on your hands, that's the price you pay. The Roosters with an opportunity to attack now. 30 metres out in midfield. Scrum down, they break left. Cherry Evans. Oh, Cherry Evans cops one around the chinny chin chin from Leo Moana. And he falls to ground 20 metres out from the line. Radley turns it inside for Leniu and Big Spencer. Carries it inside the 20. 12.5 minutes remaining. Walker for Cherry Evans. Dummies. Nobody falls for it. 10 metres out from the line, just to the right of the posts. Robson, the crash ball for White. Beats the first tackle. Sharp holds him up there with Cant. A metre out from the line. Robson fires it left. Walker, the double pump, floats it over the top for Savala. Gets on the outside of Hunt. Feeds it to Billy Smith. Cuts back in field. Billy Smith, half a metre out. Set restart for the Roosters in amongst all that. Walker back for Radley, and White will just settle it down in midfield. That's tackle 2, 10 metres out. Just to the left of the post. It was a big set repeat. Robson for Walker. Left they go. A floater over the top for Billy Smith. There's the try on the left edge. Beautiful ball from Sammy Walker. The double pump floats it over the top of the defence. And Billy Smith will finish it off in the corner. 20 points to 16. Kick to come. Oh, Dominic Young, 10 metres in field. Caught out of position. Sammy Walker spots it, sums it up. Boom, straight over the top of you, Dom. Billy Smith scores. 20-16, kick to come. What a magnificent ball there from Sam Walker. The double pump, he saw Dominic Young jam in. He was about 10 metres out of position. Billy Smith unmarked. Try confirmed. And Walker can now have the shot at goal from the sideline to put the Roosters up by 6. Dimitri, ahoy, mate. Go the Roosters. Solonu says Dom Young scores tries and he lets them in. I'll tell you what, though, he's not the only one. So many. It actually frustrates me this year. The amount of wingers that are caught about 10 metres infield. It's just not necessary. Stay out. Stay on your man. Trust your inside defender. It's frustrating. Brian To'o's been doing it a lot this year as well. Just, I'm not picking on Dom Young. I'm saying a lot of wingers have done it this season. And it's just frustrating. I mean, is it so difficult to just stay out on your man? Apparently it is. Oh, Chris, my 3 legs is done. Dylan Lucas went off injured in the first half. Sam Walker from the sideline, right down the middle, and the Roosters are up by 6. Sammy Walker converts. It's 22-16 with 10 minutes left to play. And Daniel Tupou's off the field now too, Chris Bradley. I did get a tick for Billy Smith, so we'll put that up. But yeah, it's going to be voided because Dylan Lucas went off injured in the first half. 15 minutes left in the first half and he went off. Sportsbet will 100% void that one completely. But yeah, Daniel Tupou's off the field as well at the moment. That would have been Tupou's try, ironically enough. Billy Smith shifted from centre out to the wing. Penalty. Penalty now to the Roosters. Inside the final 10 minutes and tensions are boiling now for the home side. The Knights race up and the shoulder's been dropped in. Francis Manu Leilua drops the shoulder in and their captain's challenging. I didn't realise you could do that. I didn't realise you could captain's challenge a shoulder charge. Spencer Leniu from the back fence and Manu Leilua has been penalised for a shoulder charge and then push and shove. Well, he hasn't tried to wrap his arms, so it's not a traditional shoulder charge where he's just dropped the shoulder in, but he's made no attempt to wrap. Well, the bunker has said that he did make an attempt to wrap his arms. Mind blown. Mind blown. No penalty, but it is still Roosters ball. MC Skittles. How bad should the Storm smash the Bunnies tonight? I don't think it'll be a smashing, but I talked about it briefly earlier. Jerome Hughes back. Huge in for the Melbourne Storm. And for the Bunnies, obviously no Latrell Mitchell still, but they're also going to be missing David Fafita, Tallis Duncan, and Cameron Murray. I mean, that is some talent. That is some talent missing. They'll be doing it tough, I reckon. Fifth and last now, Cherry Evans from 40 out puts the high ball up. Can the Roosters finish this game? Well taken by Fletcher Sharp. Spins away from the kick chase as well. 30 metres out from their own line here, the Knights. Oh, Marju into contact with Nafahu White. You can cut the tension with a knife here in the final 8 minutes of this game. Young plays at 10 short of halfway. Smith. Short ball puts Manu Leilua straight through a big gap. Offloads for Bradman Best, and Bradman Best will score. We're about to be all locked up again. Oh, strap yourself in. Golden point is coming. 8 minutes left to play. Bradman Best will score. It's 22-20 with the kick to come. The Knights have broken out from their own 40. Sandon Smith with the double pump. Manu Leilua draws in Tedesco, and Bradman Best has the pace from 20 metres out. Robert Toya caught on the weak shoulder, doing the splits in back play. And Francis Manu Leilua, he summed it up to perfection. and feeds it to Bradman Best. Best checks himself out on the big screen and watches himself home. 22-20, the kick to come. This is not a gimme by any stretch of the imagination. I'll tell you what, 44.5. 44.5 was the overs-unders. If this goes to Golden Point, it's guaranteed overs. Sandon Smith, favoured side for a right-footed kicker. Oh, yes, it can still be a draw, actually, if they go through multiple periods of Golden Point with no points. This is a big kick. Sandon Smith, he's been shaky tonight. This is a huge kick. He's about, what is he? He's about 15 metres to the left of the posts. Right-footed kicker. Favoured side. Sandon Smith puts it down the middle. We're all locked up. It's definitely going overs. It may even be going to Golden Point. 22 all, 7 minutes to go. Holy hell, what a finish we are in for. 7 minutes left to play. 22 apiece. And it is definitely going overs now, you would have to think. Roosters get us back underway. Kickoff. Hangs up 5 metres out from the line, and Mooney driven back in a 3-man Roosters tackle. 6.5 minutes to play. Who's going to get the first opportunity here to break the deadlock? The Knights, they were horribly overlooked in this game. Horribly overlooked by the bookmakers. Tupou's out. Kaya, yeah. Tupou left the field a little bit ago. Unfortunately, I've got 3 players in my multi. Billy Smith scored a try, but the other 2, Dylan Lucas and Daniel Tupou, both off the field. 5th and last, Crossland kicks from inside the 40. And it'll be taken on the full by Smith on the 20-metre line. Roosters, 30 out from their own end here. 5 minutes 40 left to play. 22 points apiece. The momentum. Who's it with at the moment? Hard to say. Wong angles back in field. Shrugs off the first tackle, but he's held up in midfield. Just short of the halfway line. Here's Radley onto White. Nafahu White looks to offload. Does. Robson back in field for Radley. Floater over the top here for Toya. Gets on the outside of Best. Shrugs off Sandon Smith. Into the backfield. Toya beats Fletcher Sharp. Toya pulled down 0.5 metre out. Robert Toya dragged down. Numbers out the wazoo left. They've dropped it, the Roosters. Spencer Linu at first receiver. 72 on 1 out to the left. And Spencer coughs it up. Oh, the Knights, what a let. Whoops, they didn't get a drop goal. Spencer Linu panics and coughs the ball up. The Knights hold on. 4 minutes 40 to go. Robert Toya with the line break. A huge overlap out to the left. And the Roosters cough it up. Dear, oh dear. Mooney turns in the defence, taken down 30 metres out from their own line. Tackle 4. Jones on the 5th and last. 10 short of halfway. Crossland from well inside the 40. Kicks it deep. In behind Tedesco. He finds space. Too much space. It's dead in goal. It's a 7-tackle set for the Roosters. 4 minutes left to play. Teddy races back to the 20-metre line. 4 minutes left. 3 minutes 52. Crossland puts it dead in goal. 7 tackles incoming. Zero tackle here for the Roosters. Here's Wong. Gets the bumpers up in midfield. Thinks about offloading. Takes it to ground. Robson infield for White. Nice pass there for Radley. Flicks it out for Tedesco. Gets it on the second attempt. Walker cuts back in field and ducks under the tackle of Hunt. Into the Knights half they go. Tackle 2. Slow play the ball. Teddy out of dummy half. Offloads for Walker. Keeps it alive for Robson. Robson back for Butcher. And Teddy says, just go straight, son. 30 metres out from the line now. In midfield on play 3. Are they setting up a drop goal here, the Roosters? Leniu carries it to the 20. They're set up for it. The Roosters, 3 minutes left to play. They're set up for it. Tedesco takes tackle 5, 15 metres out. It goes back for Cherry Evans. From right in front, 20 metres out. Cherry Evans snaps it through. And the drop goal successful. Cherry Evans with the drop goal. 23-22 Roosters. There's still 2 minutes 40 left to play. (23-22). The little master, the experienced old head, Daly Cherry Evans, the go-to man. Sammy Walker gives him the nod of approval. The Knights go short with the restart. Dom Young knocks it forward. Roosters have the ball. Butcher heads back in field. And that might be the game right there. 10 short of halfway, the Roosters. Leniu can't get on the outside of Fletcher Hunt. Just short of halfway. 2 minutes left to play. And the Roosters up by 1. They just don't need to do anything stupid now. No stupidity here from the Roosters. And they'll get home. Nafahu White takes the third. 30 metres out. Tedesco. Taken down at first receiver. 2 tackles left for the Roosters. Will they even put a kick in? Do they even risk it? Wong carries it inside the red zone on this right edge. 10 metres out. This is the 5th and last. What do they do here? Robson to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans puts it high, lands it a metre out from the line, and the Knights have it. They've got to go 90 metres upfield here, the Knights. 90 metres upfield to try and steal victory here. 1 minute and a half to go. Can they do it? They've got to go the length of the field. Crossland on for Sharp. And Hunt feeds it to Young. Fends away from Walker. 20 metres out from their own line on play 4. They've only got 2 tackles left. They've raced through this set. Crossland into midfield. Can't. Taken down. This is it for the Knights. This is their last chance to win it. They've got to go 80 metres upfield. And they've been taken in the tackle. I don't think he knew it was the 5th and last. What an anticlimax. Victor Radley makes the hit. I don't think he realised that it was the 5th and last. They had to go 80 metres upfield. They've gone a 1-out hit out. And it's a handover. They did not know that it was 5th and last. And the Roosters, surely they've won now. They just have to keep it in tight. 29 seconds. What a strange play there from the Knights. Oh, they've coughed it up, the Roosters. Penalty. Illegally stripped out. That's the game. An illegal strip. Are they going to challenge? Yes, they will. With 8 seconds left on the clock. A captain's challenge. Well, they have to, don't they? They have to. Well, it's going to be hard to see from that. Well, maybe not. The bunker is immediately gone. Challenge unsuccessful. 23-22. 8 seconds to go. Penalty Roosters. That's the game. Unless they do something really stupid here, like take the shot at 2 and hit the post. They tap and go. Walker surrenders in the tackle. That's the game. Game, set, match. The Roosters win 23-22. Wasted Water Sports crew, stay with us. Melbourne Storm, South Sydney Rabbitohs coming up right after this. YouTube, Twitch, you're going to stay live. TikTok, I'm going to end and start a new stream. So if you're hanging out with us for the first time here on TikTok, feel free to follow. And we'll be right back in a couple of minutes for the Rabbitohs versus Storm. YouTube, Twitch, you're going to stay live. And we'll be back for that game. But hey, feel free to give us a subscribe and a follow over there as well if you're new and you're hanging out with us for the first time tonight. Much appreciated. That game coming up right after this. 23-22, the Roosters have won. Rabbitohs Storm coming up next. We'll be right back.
The storm is rising, and the money man's here to play. Lightning strikes on the footy field. Blood and thunder, his fate is sealed. Stronger than the scars that mark his face. Monster brings the fury, leaves no trace. Magic hands with the fire in command. Every pass, every kick, every stand. From Melbourne's heart to the world's acclaim, the money man forever etched his name. Monster Money Man, he's a legend of the game. Power and glory, they remember his name. Monster Money Man, with the storm in his veins. One of the greatest, breaking all the chains. Tackles hit like crashing steel. They all fall when they feel his will. Not just looks, the strength runs deep. A master of the moments legends keep. Every run is a thunderous call. Every step defies them all. From Queensland pride to the purple crown, the money man will never be torn down. Monster Money Man, he's a legend
Wasted World of Sports crew, ahoy! Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us here as teams ready to come out onto the field for this second game. If you were here for the last one, the Sydney Roosters, 23 points to 22 over the Newcastle Knights, down to the wire, hoping for another close one here. Let's see if we can go down to the wire again. I think that, honestly, look, I'm leaning towards the Storm in this one, just because the Rabbitohs, I know the Storm have got injury concerns of their own, I understand, but I just think David Fafita is out, Tallis Duncan is out, Cameron Murray is out. That's some big, big absences. Put on top of that, Latrell is still out, of course, but we knew that already, that Latrell was out. I think this will be a lot closer. Jerome Hughes returning for the Storms, going to give them a bit more direction and attack. Let's be honest, that was all that was missing against the Roosters. Direction and attack. They probably win that game if Jerome Hughes plays. So it'll be interesting to see. Hoping for a good game nonetheless. Alex Johnston, Moses Leo, Ewan Aitken, and Sua Fa'alongo. 4 legs. Let's get it done. Matty, you've got Johnston, Fa'alongo, and Grant. I thought about chucking Harry in. Yep, late try off the bench for Harry Grant. Odd Poppet, cheers, mate, for the super chat. As the Rabbitohs will be receiving the kickoff. Referee blows the whistle. This one's underway. Rabbitohs versus Storm. Storm with the kickoff, and it's bobbled by Walker from the kickoff. Oh, he does well to regather it. Cody Walker giving all the bloody Rabbitohs supporters in the crowd a heart attack early on, bobbling the kickoff. It was almost a Ben Hunt, but obviously without the not the same magnitude of things on the line as that one. You know what? Poor Benny Hunt. We're going to stop bringing up the Ben Hunt drop ball at some stage. It'll happen at some point. We'll stop bringing it up. All right. Up to halfway here. The Rabbitohs navigate their first set of 6. Here's Ward. Gets the kick away. A high ball from halfway. Fa'alongo comes forward for it. Penalty to the Rabbitohs. Ashton Ward taken out after the kick. Not a whole lot in it, but Trent Tolau, you can't attack the kicker. You just don't do it. Don't do it. And the Rabbitohs, they tap and go here. 20 meters out. Totola settles it down in midfield. Seth Abroski. Ahoy, mate. My team is the Cronulla Sharks. My second team, I had this conversation the other night. I reckon my second team has to be the Warriors. Dufty takes the line on. 5 meters out from the line here. The Rabbitohs, early opportunity. Cheese for Ward. Calls runners on the inside. It's Kalaumatangi heading sideways. Now he straightens. Big Keon. 10 meters out right in front of the post on play 4. Slow play the ball. Ward drifts right for Walker. Holds the pass up for Whiten. Great tackle from Moses Leo. Try saver. 5th and last. Rabbitohs look to burrow under from dummy half. Stretch living up to his name. Campbell Graham from dummy half has found his way across the line, and it's a dream start for the Rabbitohs. Campbell Graham from dummy half. Stretch by name, stretch by nature. Look at this. He burrows under, reaches out. Go, gadget arms. Boom. Plants it down. Catching them napping around marker. Tyron Wishart. Cameron Munster wouldn't have let that try in. 4 points to 0. Kick to come. 3 minutes gone. What a complete polar opposite of the last game. As the try is confirmed, Campbell Graham's over. a polar opposite of the last game that was a tense start. Fairly certain Suafalonga was offside as well, and he still got through. Oh, no, he did have a foot behind the line, in fairness. Latrell Seawalt with the conversion attempt. 5 in from touch. Over on this right side, Seawalt to make it 6-0. Oh, it's a shocker. Oh, my God. Wow. That's not even worth talking about. 4 points to 0 it stays, and yeah, interesting. Not a big turnout. Is it weather? The weather seems okay. Seems all right there. But yeah, lots of empty. I understand. It's a big stadium. It's a massive stadium to try and fill out all the time. Oh, no, Scarecrow. Scarecrow says, how come 3 legs last match, 4 legs this match? Last match I thought was going to go unders, so I adjusted accordingly. Yeah, I really thought that it would be a low-scoring, tense battle. I was expecting unders in that game, so I adjusted my number of legs for try scorers accordingly. This game, I'm expecting overs, so I've gone my traditional 4-legger as the Rabbitohs. First set of 6 after points. They're 40 metres out. They've gone 59 metres upfield. Ward puts the high ball up. Fa'alongo plants himself under it. Surrenders in the tackle. 5 metres out from his own line. 4 points to 0. Rabbitohs lead. 5 gone in this one. But Melbourne back in possession. Scarecrow 4465 reckons Storm are getting smoked today. Well, we shall see. Hang on, I'm just going to move that scoreboard a little bit. I've found that on TikTok likes it if you move things around a lot. I'll keep moving the scoreboard from left to right through the whole stream. As Oren Keeley taken down 30 metres out from their own line here on the 5th and last. Only 26 metres off that set. Tough going early on here for the Storm. The kick taken on the full. Dufty has it for the Rabbitohs. Mr. One-Way, ahoy, mate. Johnston from a standing start. 2 tackles down now for the Rabbitohs. I see Celia has snuck in and liked the live over there. Cheers, Celia. Celia, what in the blue hell was that dancing capsicum cactus or whatever it was on your stream last night? What was that? It was like a dancing cactus or something. 5th and last here for the Rabbitohs. 20 out in midfield. Cheese onto Walker. They're going to run it here. Cody Walker takes the line on, and he's brought to ground 10 metres out. That will be a handover. Melbourne back in possession. Something a little different there for the Rabbitohs. Running on the last. There's Wishart now in front of his own post. Kalaumatangi's got him wrapped up. Oh, the big man trying to drag him backwards. Melbourne under the pump. Reko J. Ramika. You need Graham to score 2 tries and AJ to score 2. Josh King stands in the 2-man tackle. 30 metres out from their own line now, the Storm. Hughes out the back for Meaney. Shuffles it on for Howarth. Howarth held up off the deck and taken over the sideline. My apologies. It's Tui Malatu Brown over there. And he's taken into touch on halfway. This is a poor start for the Storm. Alex Johnston and Latrell Seawalt doubling up in defense, dragging Tui Malatu Brown over the sideline. Filter effect. Yeah, but what was it? What filter was it? Was it a cactus? Was it a cucumber? It was the most bizarre thing I'd ever seen. Mind you, I was fresh off a Thursday night footy stream, so I was already quite a few Captain Morgans deep. And I jump on this live stream and there's like a dancing cucumber. I thought I was... Man, I thought the world was ending. Brandon Smith now 20 metres out from the line as the Bunnies go back on the attack. Ward for Walker. They come right. Whiten takes it to the line, shows it in two hands, and goes on his own. Jack Whiten winding back the clock. The Bunnies are in again. 8 points to 0, kick to come. Oh, dear, oh, dear. No David Fafita. No Cameron Murray. No Tallis Duncan. No bloody worries, mate. No bloody worries. The Rabbitohs are on fire. Except, oh, what am I doing? Okay, I'm refilling myself. I clearly don't need a refill. Try confirmed. 8 points to 0 inside the opening 10 minutes. I reckon, in all honesty, we've got to do another channel members only live stream tonight. I reckon it has to happen. I've got some things to say. Believe me, believe me. I reckon I've got some good topics of conversation. Odd Poppet, you've already drunk an entire litre of Tequila Rose, and it's only 11 a.m. Hey, it's 5 p.m. somewhere. That's what I always say. It's a bit early, isn't it? It's 5 p.m. somewhere. Latrell Seawalt, has he adjusted from his last attempt? 5 in from touch. No, he pushes it across the face of the post, and it stays 8 points to 0. I wonder if that's the last kick that Latrell Seawalt takes tonight. Does Ashton Ward take over? Does Ashton Ward take over the kicking? 2 misses to start. 8 points to 0, and that 4 points that he's missed could come back to haunt. Let's be honest. Lucas says the Storm might stay in it if the Rabbitohs keep kicking like this. Storm get us back underway, taken by Walker. And it's taken up now by Johnny Riddell. The Rabbitohs, what a red-hot start. 2 tries. Judah Shivian says, in the USA, Southerners say, I reckon, but in the North and West, we don't say that. Penalty now to the Rabbitohs. High contact. And this is one-way traffic at the moment in favour of the Bunnies. Rabbitohs fine touch, 10 short of the halfway line. Seawalt taps, wires it into midfield. King racing up out of the line with Liero, trying to put a hit on. Totola. Good carry straight up the middle. Big Tavita Totola. Dragging defenders. They're back in the Storm territory. Halfway through the set. 12 minutes gone. Totola goes again. Takes it up the middle on play 4. 30 metres out. Walker to the line. Late pass out the back for Dufty. Whiten spills it. And Fa'alongo gathers it in goal, but we'll come back for... Well, they're going to play on here. Fa'alongo heads across field. Careful. He'll take the tackle 10 metres out in midfield. Bloody, I tell you what, though. The Rabbitohs winning is great for the Broncos missing the 8. The Broncos will be cheering on the Melbourne Storm here tonight. If we're against the Broncos, we need the Rabbitohs to win. As King gets a set restart there. Ruck infringement. Melbourne up to the 40-metre line. And it looks like Harry Grant's going to get onto the field pretty early here. He's warming up on the sideline. Trent Tolau just not working out at the moment. Hazza with an early injection, it looks like. Hughes holds the pass up for Wishart. Dummies. And he takes it up to the Rabbitohs 40. Tolau out of dummy half. Fa'alongo in at first. Receiver steps up the middle. Beats Kalamatangi. And Dufty brings... Oh, no, that's not Dufty. He's brought down by Riddell. 20 out from the line. 2 tackles left. Fa'alongo in midfield. Stands in the tackle. 5th and last now for Melbourne. Opportunity here. They go right on the 5th and last. Hughes is wrapped up with the ball. Cody Walker all over him. That'll be a turnover. 10 metres out from the line. Cody Walker racing up and shutting down Jay Hughes. Now that's a statement. Oh, now Walker's limping in back play. Cody Walker races up out of the line to put that hit on Jerome Hughes and shut the play down on 5th and last. And now he's limping in back play. Cheese comes into first receiver and takes the hit up. We'll keep an eye on Cody Walker out the back. Slow play the ball. Kalamatangi up to the 40. Tackle 4 here for the Rabbitohs. 14 minutes gone. 8 points to 0 they lead. Dufty takes the 5th and last on halfway. Ashton Ward puts the kick downfield. Fa'alongo, plenty of time to get under this one. Races forward for it, and then he offloads back for Leo. Moses Leo drifting across field, wrapped up by Riddell. Good kick chase. Cody Walker's up in the defensive line. Let's see. He's in midfield, but the Storm head out to the right. He was a little bit limpy there in back play, Cody Walker. I'll have to keep an eye on that. As big Otikimanu bends the line up the middle, drags Ashton Ward with him all the way up to halfway. That's tackle 4 on the halfway line. King for Hughes. Hughes steps off the right foot. Taken down 5th and last. Harry Grant, there he is. The jacket's off. He's ready to come onto the field. Wishart puts the high ball up. Tuimalatu Brown chases. Pressure on Johnston. AJ takes it well. Rabbitohs maintain possession here. "15 minutes gone, 8 points to 0. The Rabbitohs, one-way traffic here at the moment as Whiten takes the carry up the middle. He's 30 metres out from his own line. And 10 short of halfway now. Rabbitohs. 5th and last. Ward kicks from his own 40. Taken on the fall by Moses Leo. And Leo winds up. Where Leo goes straight through Kalamatangi. Steps away a second. Keeping the ball alive here, Leo. And that is a great kick return. Front foot ball here for the Storm. Harry Grant races onto the field. Hughes for Fa'alongo. Turns it back inside. And that's better from the Melbourne Storm. Odd Poppet, cheers for the super chat, mate. Liero takes it to the 20-metre line. 3 tackles gone for the Storm. Grant, Big Hughes. Short ball for Otikimanu. Bends the line. And he's into the backfield before he's chopped down. Quick play, the ball needed. The ball's been slapped down there by Cheese. Blatant penalty here for the Storm. Blatant. You cannot slap the ball out of the hooker's hand. You can't slap the hooker. The rule. Unless they allow you to. But yes, Odd Poppet, cheers, mate, for the super chat. Robert Peters, cheers for the super chat, my friend. Penalty Storm, back-to-back penalties right out in front. They'll have no interest at all in the 2 points, you would think. Grant taps and goes. Wishart on for Clark and Big Cooper Clark. Taken to ground, a metre out, just to the left of the post here. Grant for Wishart. They head right. Hughes out the back for Fa'alongo. Steps inside Seawold. Gets free and feeds it to Tui Malatu Brown on the right edge. Sua Fa'alongo take a bow. A beautiful try assist. And it puts the Melbourne Storm on the board. Tui Malatu Brown scores the try. It was Fa'alongo steps inside Seawalt. And Latrell Seawalt with the missed conversions and now a missed tackle that sets up a try. It was the missed tackle that created the overlap and a stroll to the goal line for Tui Malatu Brown. 8 points to 4 with the kick to come. Melbourne hit back. Well, Tui Malatu Brown's not in my multi. I need them to go the other edge. Go the other side of the field. They were, of course, set up to go right all the time there in that one, though. So, try scored, 8-4, kick to come from the sideline.